India is facing a dilemma to remain dependent on fossil fuel to drive the economy or to shift to clean energy. And both the scenarios are tricky, especially at a time when India faces record heat wave but also needs energy to avoid power shortages. WION's principal correspondent Aditi Gupta getting you this report. This is New Delhi, India's national capital. Also one of the most polluted cities in the world. Delhi's story, the story of the dilemma that all developing economies face. The dependence on fossil fuel to drive the economy versus the need to shift to clean energy. These buildings are proof of the steps that Delhi has taken to go green. What you see are the oldest coal-fired power plants in New Delhi. Both lie shut now as the city tries to transition to greener fuel.
This is the Rajghat power plant in India's national capital. It was shut in 2015. Power generation was stopped due to pollution concerns in the national capital. This coal-based power plant, which had the capacity to generate 135 megawatt power and is located on the bank of river Yamuna, was commissioned in 1989.
3 years later, in 2018, the BADARPUR plant met the same fate. But these closures could not rid the capital of the toxic air that earned New Delhi the tag of a gas chamber. India has also banned coal usage in and around New Delhi from 2023. But these climate goals are clashing with the city's energy requirements. This summer has been punishing, and the power shortages are making life more difficult for the people in the national capital region. So the government has decided to boost coal production and finds itself facing the same dilemma and questions. Can India give up this dirty fossil fuel anytime soon? Will it derail India's ambitious climate goals? The numbers paint a grim picture. India aims to produce 1.2 billion tons of coal by 2023 to 24. Energy experts say it could hamper the ambitious climate targets announced at the Glasgow summit by India's Prime Minister and lead to an increase in India's methane emissions. According to a study by Global Energy Monitor, methane is the second biggest contributor to global warming after carbon dioxide. India is already seeing severe impacts of climate change. The study says with an increase in methane emissions, these effects could be further aggravated. But India says these fears are premature. The country is well on track to meet its goals, and that increasing coal production will not have any impact on its climate goals. But why has India been forced to ramp up coal production? Why does India need coal? To meet electricity requirements, to fulfill the ever-growing demand for fuel, to reduce import dependency. India is the second largest producer of coal in the world. 55% of India's energy needs are met from this fossil fuel. In 2020-2021, India produced 777.23 million tons, recording a growth of 8.55% from the previous fiscal. Studies say the need for coal is going to be double by 2040. But India is still behind the United States and China when it comes to coal production. Where does India stand in global emissions? Coal is the single largest source of global carbon emissions. India is the third biggest emitter of greenhouse gases after the United States and China. India produced 2.88 gigatons of carbon dioxide in 2019. But its scale of emissions cannot be compared to the top two biggest polluters, China and the United States.
With the continuing power crisis in the country, rise in coal production seems inevitable. India may not be able to phase out coal any soon, but is confident of meeting its ambitious climate targets by 2030. This is Aditi Gupta for WION.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.